All right, today we have a very different kind of video. I've been kind of away from the Brawl Stars community for the last week, so I did not really see any of what was going on, like any of the reaction to the update. I kind of like covered the update and then dipped, and now I'm back. So I was very surprised when I saw Brawl Stars post this. And at first, I'm not even gonna lie, I thought it was fake because I didn't think we would ever see anything like this, but look at how long this is. This is a lot of text. And Kairos uploaded an 1 hour long video about this, so I might just go watch his video to digest all of this information. And I recommend you guys do that as well, because I will be like the 10th person to cover this same topic, and I'm sure you guys don't really care to hear about that. But I will give like a general opinion at the end of this video. But for now, I want to see what even caused this, because again, I missed everything. I don't know what's happening. And I'm sure most of it is going to be about records, which, bro, like, it's so disappointing that achievements was like a feature that I was really excited for. I think I made 2 different videos on it, just thinking about what they could look like, and then they came out in the form of records. I don't know. I feel like in most ways, records were just like a downgrade. I don't know if there was a single upside to the way that they did records. Like they just did them incorrectly. And I think that they're going to fix them in this big post that we saw, but well, we'll see. Concept idea club shop. Some of you guys might not even know this, but this is another feature that was removed. This is what we had before Megapig, and it was all right. I didn't really care for it though. Like I just used it for the gold, I think, and that was it. But it's good that you had a different way to get gold in the first place, I guess. It was pretty valuable, I will say that. One of many features in this game that just ended up getting deleted. I did it, I quit. Whoa, account deletion warning. You know what? I will say this, if you plan on quitting this game, I would recommend you don't just delete your account, because if there ever is a point that you want to come back, I guess if it's like a super final decision, then do what you want, but you could just like log out, delete the game, and then just not log back in. Because yeah, if there's like ever a point where you want to play again, or if somebody you know wants to play it with you, then you'll have to completely restart, and I don't know, do what you want though. How am I supposed to get resources now? That I think is the biggest question in this update. They removed the most consistent way to get resources, and I know that in the post that they posted, they are adding another way to get resources. They're like buffing progression, which is good. I'm not sure if it's the same amount that we had before, but they're at least buffing it a little bit. And that's the discussion. That's the back and forth. It's like, oh, we removed this thing, screw you. And then 1 week later, it's like, oh, we kind of added it back. Oh, thank you so much. Like, bro, it's an endless cycle. We're never going to escape this cycle. It's over. Igor, it's over. How do we escape? Tell me. How do we escape? How do we get out of it? Do you think if Brawl Stars focused on firstly making a good game, then they would end up with more players willing to spend money on their game instead of focusing on a money-driven game that drives players away from it? Yes, Igor, thank you. You are so intelligent. Brawl Stars should focus on making a good, fun game that players actually want to play. Oh my goodness. Can we all agree that this update was overhyped and bad? I didn't even know that this update had hype. I think that this was the most disappointing Brawl Talk I've ever watched, and I don't enjoy saying that. I'm just saying it as the truth. It is the worst one I've seen because there really isn't anything new in this update. Every single update has 2 brawlers, so obviously that's the thing, and it has balance changes, but besides that, there's nothing new to the actual gameplay of the game. We're gonna go 2 more months with nothing to really see. That is what I am worried about. We're more focused on like these temporary features, or these features that just like change the UI or change the way you get something very slightly just to make it look a little more pretty. But if the core gameplay of the game is still stale, who's playing? Oh, this too. Okay, so I wasn't originally going to talk about this, but what I'm curious about is, why would you even post about ending the event early, or even think about doing it if you know as a fact everybody's gonna freak out? Like, there's no universe where the entire community does not freak out when you post, hey guys, this is breaking our artificial economy. We're gonna end this early because we need to save money. Sorry. Everybody freaks out, and then they end up not doing it in the first place. There's really no good ending to that kind of post, so I didn't really understand it at all. But yeah, like the backlash was so bad that they ended up not ending the event early. Anyways, I don't know. I don't really get it. There's no incentive to play anymore. Dude, I've seen this a lot this week. I don't know. I felt this for months. My incentive to play now is just to like goof around and have fun. Yeah, like I haven't seen a post like this in a very long time. I'm starting to get a feeling that Brawl Stars is falling apart in every aspect now. Trophies are dead. Competitive is dead. I don't know if anything is dead, but it's definitely not as good as it once was. Community is rotten. Okay, this part's kind of true. Masteries are dead. That one's actually true. Clubs are dead. That's also true. Megapig doesn't really really do anything. I have not interacted with my club in the last like 2 years. There's never been a reason to, which is like, I guess it's kind of mean to say, but like, I'm not gonna like go in the club chat if there's really nothing to do there. I don't know. I've never done that. Brawl Pass is boring. I guess it is like an overused feature. Time limited events are getting too repetitive, and I think that's just because they keep doing the same thing over and over again. They could definitely take a different path or, you know, do something different entirely, but now we're getting angels versus demons with the same drops for the second time. There's just different power-ups. That's really the only difference. Lore is dead. I don't know if lore is dead. Aren't they like, I don't even know. I don't know if this trophy road thing is supposed to bring the lore back or what, but it might. Who knows? It's really getting back to the state where it feels like a chore rather than a fun game to play, and it also feels like there's nothing left to do that would be interesting and worthy of doing. CodePan says, in every metric that I feel is important, it has been slipping, and this slip happened somewhere after angels and demons. I completely agree with that. I don't know what happened. There was such a good upward trajectory of the updates just being really good. Maybe it was just like the honeymoon phase of these events being a new thing. Maybe the brawlers and the updates were just good. Maybe, I don't even know. We'll have to look back and see why the game was doing so good at that time. Maybe it was even the time of year. Like maybe it's just not a good time of year right now. But I do completely agree that after the angels and demons event, everything just started going on a steady decline. It never really went back up, and I think it's still going down, especially because of these decisions that have been happening in the last few updates. Idea, we should remove daily freebies. Doesn't this feel way too generous? I think it might crash the Brawl Stars economy. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't really understand what the economy is, because like one event where a bunch of players get a good amount of coins, it's not going to max out their account. It's not even going to get them halfway there. It might not even get them a fourth way there. It might just max out like 4, 5, maybe 6 of their brawlers, and there's nearly 100 in this game. Not to mention, you're not going to get every gear on those brawlers. You might not even get every ability on those brawlers. You might just get 1 or 2, and I don't know, you're maybe maximum you'll get like 12 brawlers with like 1 star power, 1 gadget, 2 gears, but then you still got like over 80 left to do. I don't really know what the vision is. Like, how long is it supposed to take to max out your account? Is it supposed to take 3 years? Is it supposed to take 10 years, or is it never supposed to happen? Finally, a creator has spoken out. I don't exist, guys. It's over. No, but I see the difference though, because I've never really been afraid to just say what's actually like going on. Like when a bad decision is made, I don't try and sugarcoat it. I just call it a bad idea. Like when something is added or done to this game, I can tell when there's gonna be like backlash or when they're gonna remove the feature. At this point, like it's been a cycle, and this cycle is like very upfront. Like you could just easily tell what's going on if you've played the game for long enough. Oh wow, the next post is about this. So Kairos was working on his review, and then they dropped this bombshell. So then he changed his review into the video that he posted. So now I'm just gonna get into this because we've already done a lot of talking about how bad the update is and whatever. I'm gonna need like a day or two to really internalize this. Oh wow, they even did this too. The summary. Okay, you know, maybe I can just read the summary. Perfect. You won't be seeing any more $50 early access offers. In fact, Trunk will be the last in-app purchase early access brawler. That part surprised me. Yes, people complained about this a lot, but I was not expecting to see this at all. More records added with every update. That's good. And likely more system improvements and future updates. I don't really know what that means, but sounds good. Battle Pass free-to-play rewards will be buffed, matching legendary brawler masteries next update. So yeah, they're buffing the free-to-play side of the pass to add more of what you would have gotten from masteries into that instead of into records, I guess. So it's just like a little buff to progression because they heavily gutted it. This is another one of those things where it's like, oh, we did this terrible thing, but like, here's a cookie. Will it be good enough for the community to stay happy for 2 more weeks? Who knows? But that's what we're getting. New brawler early access design, which also has more free-to-play rewards next update. Okay, I don't really know what that means, but I'll figure it out later. Way more events and therefore way more free-to-play rewards starting this Thursday. So I really wonder what clicked here. I wonder like what happened. Like, was the community feedback that intense, like even more intense than usual, or was there something underlying like already happening in the background? It's obviously a very good thing that this is happening. So for now, I will just take it for what it is. It seems like a good thing. It's a good direction to be taking, and I hope they continue to take this direction where they focus more on making the game actually fun for a long time rather than keeping the game as it is and just expecting players to continue filtering in and spending their money on it. Like, that's not really a sustainable way to make a game, I don't think. As somebody who's been playing games my entire life, it's kind of easy to see when a game is just trying to get your money and when a game is like the devs are really passionate about just making making a game that they love and they think people will love, I don't think that's what this game is anymore. I think it was for a long time, but I don't think that's what this game is anymore. I don't think the circle of love for this game really exists anymore. And I think that's what really threw me out of the loop, because I used to be like so obsessed with this game. I used to think like, oh my god, every update's so amazing, but I don't see that anymore. And that's what's kind of a bummer for me with this game. When games start acting this way and it seems like every update is just another attempt to like keep it afloat, that's what I don't like. But what I do like is when they just, every update seems to have like actual meaning to it and like heart put into it. That's what keeps me playing a game. That, or if the core gameplay of a game is just straight up addicting. But at the same time, I don't think there's a single game out there that I can just play continuously for like years on end. Like I normally take a break from every game I play, whether it's like a week break or like several months. So that could also just be what's happening with me in this game, but it seems like it happens pretty often. I just feel like I'm running out of things to do in this game. I feel like I ran out of things to do 3 years ago. And if I were to try any new series on YouTube, it would just be copying what somebody else is doing because everything's already been done. I'm not sure there's anything new that anybody can do in this game, unless they give us something new to do. But yeah, I will be watching Kairos's video so that I don't miss any details, because obviously that is the best place to find this stuff, and I'm notorious for getting things wrong. So if you have not watched his video, then just go do it, because I'm also doing it. We'll get the same info. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Subscribe. I will see you later. Have a good night.